Cruz swings and flies one towards right field, sprinting over his Mills. He reaches out. It's beyond his reach and up against the wall. 2 runs will score easily. On his way to the plate is Brock Watkins. Trey Cruz wipes the bases clean with a 2-out double. And there's your knockout punch. It's 7-2 Voyagers. Right-hander on right-hander. Pitch coming. Ground ball towards third. That's a fair ball. Inside the line, and here we go. 1 run scores easily. Streaking to third base is Trey Cruz. They hit the cutoff man. The relay not in time. In safely is Cruz. It's still Corona time. A 2-run double from Emilio, and the Voyagers jump in front. It's 3-2 Great Falls. 0-1. This one's rocketed to left field, retreating with urgency is Vest. It's over his head and off the wall. Cooper gets to it quickly. Throw into second. They might have a play. Here's the tag, and he is out at second base. What a throw by Cooper Vest. From the wall in left center field, he got to the ball in a hurry and unleashed a howitzer shot to second base to cut down Manzo. What a play, and a very important out number 1 in the books here in the 9th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swinging a comebacker, taken in by Cameron, goes to the plate for 1. Nickel down to first, double play! 1, 2, 3, the twin killing, and the Voyagers have won again. 6 in a row in the win column for Great Falls. Wyatt Cameron pitches his way into and out of major trouble in the 9th. For the Chuckers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left in the 9th. We'll be back to wrap this one up in a moment. The Voyagers win again, this time by the final of 11-9. Back at Voyager Stadium, time to catch up with the manager, Sean Repay. And Sean, last night, another win for you guys, and a close one, and one where, at the end of the game, looked like Wyatt Cameron was on the ropes a little bit, but found a way. And what does it say about this group that, they were in last place in the league for a little while, but as a group, they know how to win, and they know how to win close games like that?
We've been actually playing pretty close games lately. I mean, some of them, yes, we've had some 5-6 run victories in the series, but we've had to, as of late, even in the Ogden series, a couple of games in this series where, it was a 2-run ball game. That's we got put in a very jeopardizing situation last night with only 1 out and bases loaded. And, in that situation, I would have never dreamt a capped ball straight back to Wyatt to turn a 1-2-3 double play to end the baseball game there. But, nonetheless, here we are. I think it's battle-tested early. I mean, we went through it at the beginning of the year. There's no doubt. I mean, you start 3-28, you're going through a lot of stuff. But now they know how to win, know how to win consistently, which that's a hard thing, especially when you start the year the way we did. But this is the same story that we went through last year. It's almost the same script. I feel like we're reading from it. Started off the same last year, exact same. Went on a 7-game winning streak to end the first half, and branched into the second half. Here we are again. We're on a 6-game winning streak. Have won 7 of 8, and kind of in a similar situation. So these guys are learning how to win together. They're learning how to win and buckle down in close games, and that's what matters. That's what good teams do.
Speaking of buckling down, last night I thought it was a really good bounce back for Robert Kelly. Had a tough outing a couple of nights ago, comes back and throws 2 zeros up on the board. What did you see from him?
I think his intensity changed a little bit. When Rob's kind of, we have a joke, when Rob's crazy, he's always great. And then when he's a little timid out there, he's not. And, a couple nights ago, we saw a different version of Rob that we haven't really seen since, I think, his first appearance here, right? Where it's, not necessarily, I don't want to call it a soft approach because Rob's never that way. It's always, he plays with intensity always. But, when you kind of have to tiptoe in the zone sometimes a little bit and you're not getting some calls, I felt, he might have pitched a little bit passive a couple nights ago. And then yesterday he just reared back and let it eat and just attacked. I think that's his big thing. And he's a good arm, man. That's a really, really good arm that we have in the bullpen there, and he's a luxury, man. But when he's on, it is good, and he's unbeatable.
Going to today's game, see a new face in the lineup. Unfortunately, Yadi Hernandez to the injured list, and we're
Seeing Kyle Schmack for the first time, what does Kyle bring for you guys?
Has a really good D1 pedigree, but played in the American Association already. Which, as a guy that has no pro experience, and you go and play in that league, and I mean, the numbers, it's a struggle a little bit when you go and you're a true rookie in that league because you're facing guys that were playing in AAA as pitchers, and but he had some juice in that league. He ran some balls out of the ballpark there, and I think that usually is comped pretty well in this league. So we're expecting him to just bring not necessarily a seniority or leadership role for him. I just want him to come here and just hit, let his hair down and come rake and enjoy the high elevation.
Then moving on to today, you got Nick Marshall on the mound, and Nick threw it well last time, but that's not what I want to ask you about, because I just got a text that he's updated his walkout song to Cowboys from Hell by Pantera. So that makes me wonder, what's your walkout song if you had one?
This is back when I played, and I'm probably going to date myself pretty well here. I was a big Thunderstruck by AC/DC guy, and this is way before a lot of walkout songs didn't really exist back then. But mine was Thunderstruck. I'm a big AC/DC guy. Live by it, love it. The Pantera choice from Marshall does not surprise me at all. And we're wearing all black today, so that just shows you exactly where we're at with Nick Marshall. But nonetheless, I can really appreciate the walkout for him.
Sounds good, Sean. I appreciate the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
That's the manager, Sean Repay. We'll be right back. Lineups and first pitch, the finale in the first half of the 2025 season between the Chuckers and the Voyagers coming up.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back into Great Falls Voyager Baseball. Tonight from Voyager Stadium in Great Falls, Montana, it's Game 3 in a series of 6 between the Voyagers and the Idaho Falls Chuckers. I'm Max Abel. Good to have you along as the Voyagers look to make it 2 in a row against the Chucks. Last night, the Voyager offense landed an early haymaker and never looked back. Great Falls put up 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning and picked up some insurance late to even the series with a 10-7 victory. Tonight, we set our sights on a couple of left-handers. It'll be Daniel Batcher for the Voyagers, taking on Garrett Vandeventer for Idaho Falls. Batcher picked up the victory in his last start back on July 31st in Billings. He tossed 5 innings, allowing 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 6 hits, while striking out 5. This will be Batcher's second crack at Idaho Falls this season. He faced him back on July 10th, and he shut him down. He went the distance, allowing just 1 run on 6 hits, and he struck out 8. On the year, Batcher is 3-3 with a 9.21 ERA. Vandeventer is coming off a win of his own back on August 1st against Boise. He tossed 5 innings of 5-run ball, but only 3 of those tallies were earned. He allowed 9 hits and picked up 4 strikeouts, and this will be Vandeventer's second start in Great Falls this season. He took the mound against the Voyagers back on July 9th, and he got a no decision, allowing 6 runs over 4 innings. On the season, Vandeventer is 5-4 with a 7.59 ERA. We'll hear from the Great Falls skipper, Sean Repay, next. Then it'll be time for Game 3 between the Voyagers and the Chuckers.